What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Color Nation Media, bringing you yet another episode of Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Live. Today's episode is number 82. And coming in today, we are sitting nice and pretty at a 35 game differential still. 98 and 63. We're going to try to get that double victory and push us into the triple digit mark as far as victories go today. So I don't know, that might be a tall tale with the team I'm bringing, as you're going to see as I go over it in a minute. It's a little bit far-fetched to think we might pull off a double victory, but we're going to try anyway. Now, before I get into the team, I'd like to remind you guys, if you have not done so already, please show some support to the channel and the series by either leaving a thumbs up or a thumbs down on this video. It doesn't really matter which, as long as you're leaving some feedback in the comment section below and telling me either how I can get better or, you know, encouraging me, tell me what you like so that I can keep doing that, tell me what you don't like so I can change that for you guys. I'm all about improving and making sure that everyone's having a good time. So that is the main goal here. Now let's get into the team. I'm bringing Choice Scarf Magmortar because it's surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. It hits like a truck, and it has really good coverage too. We have Assault Vest Golurk carrying the Rock Tomb specifically for Talonflame. We've got Choice Specs Electrode. We've got a standard Focus Sash Dragon Dancing Crawdaunt. We've got Rocky Helmet Iron Barbs. Ferrothorn just for the Kangaskhan's, and actually can take on Talonflame kinda sorta okay. Kind of. And not really, because Flare Blitz still one-shots it, but you can switch on a Brave Bird and take it pretty well and deal a lot of recoil damage to the Talonflame in the process. And then we have Hawlucha, which I've been using quite a bit lately, but it's the standard Power Herb set that I've used quite a bit on the channel. It's got the Sky Attack, you know, Acrobatics, all of that good stuff. And finally, our battle spot here has found us an opponent. I don't know why I called it our battle spot. I guess we're sharing it today. It's a shared thing. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. I need to stop. I need to get in the battle mode to try to get some victories here. We're up against a crazy looking team. Power out the wazoo. We got Blastoise, Breloom, Dragonite, Talonflame, Garchomp, and Aggron, which is most definitely going to be a Mega Aggron because nobody on Battle Spot runs Aggron by itself. Except me, of course. I love Aggron by itself. I think the Autotomize and/or Rock Power set is really, really good. You can give it a Life Orb, and it's got Rockhead, whatchamacallit, Head Smash. So powerful. You can even slap a Choice Band on there. It basically just kills everything. It's ridiculous how powerful it is. With that being said, this is a difficult spread of Pokemon to go up against. I'm noticing that he has almost all physical attackers. Blastoise is his only special attacker. But is he going to bring it? That's the thing. It doesn't do anything to Ferrothorn unless he has the Aura Sphere, which I don't know. I mean, he could have. He's gonna be. Oh no, he's probably Mega Blastoise. He might be carrying 2 Megas, because nobody uses regular Blastoise either. So I guess he's got the situational Megas going on. So it's either gonna be Blastoise or Aggron that's coming. I don't know which it would be. Huh. I don't really know, but I need to make a decision here. I feel like Hawlucha would be a good lead, so we're going to start off with that. We're going to bring the Ferrothorn, and we're going to bring the Golurk, because I see that Talonflame, and I should be able to take one hit from it, and then Rock Tomb it to death. So that's the plan. That is the plan, Stan. That is what we're going for. I'm really excited to get to 100 victories. I don't know if I should be this excited, but I am very excited. So we're starting off with our beautiful, shiny Hawlucha, trying to put in some work today. I'm ready to do this. Blastoise is what my opponent starts off with. That's not the best thing in the world because I'm pretty sure that this thing can one-shot us with an Ice Beam. After Mega Evolving, of course. So, with that being said, we can pretty much rule out the Aggron. I don't think he brought the Aggron and the Blastoise because, like I said, those are 2 Pokemon that people just don't run non-Mega versions of this generation. It's just not a thing. So we're going for the Sky Attack. We're going to get our Power Herb up, and we should be able to deal a decent amount of damage. I'm thinking about 50%, if not a little bit more, because Sky Attack is a very powerful attack. It's Stab. We get the Flinch, but it doesn't even do 50%, or it does right around 50%. Wow. Mega Blastoise is so thick, it's not even funny. It is ridiculous. You like can't kill it in one hit with anything, basically. Man, I don't know if I've ever seen Mega Blastoise go down in one hit to anything. Now that I think about it, and I'm running some HP investment on my Hawlucha because I have Unburden, so that patches up my speed not being fully invested. But I still don't think we can take an Ice Beam, because Mega Blastoise's special attack is, I think, like 135, something in that range. It might be exactly 135 actually, but I don't think we're taking that. And actually, High Jump Kick has less power than Sky Attack, so this is not going to kill in any universe. Wow, it actually comes really close. We may have gotten max damage right there. So the damage roll, I think, even went our way, unless we just got min damage on Sky Attack the first time around. I don't really know what's going on, but Hawlucha is going down, and that is not what I wanted. We did weaken this thing quite a bit, but now the question is, what do we go into? Because at base like 76 or 78 speed or whatever this Blastoise is sitting at, I think it's like 78. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Golurk is getting outsped because I don't have speed investment. I just don't. It's all HP investment. So we're going to go into Ferrothorn because he probably has the Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse is more common to see than the Aura Sphere. So we got to just take a chance here, and we got to go for the Gyro Ball to finish this thing off. Hazards don't make any sense at this point, even if he's packing the Talonflame, because if he has the Aura Sphere, I don't think I can take two. It's going to do a decent amount of damage. I do have some investment in my special defense. I'm a relaxed nature, but I don't think I can take more than two. It's going to do a lot. He does have the Aura Sphere, and wow, that does more than I wanted it to. That brings us down to 67 HP. Gyro Ball is going to finish off this Mega Blastoise, but we lost our Hawlucha, and Ferrothorn is severely crippled right now, to the point where if he has a Talonflame, he can just come in and kill me with pretty much anything. I think even Brave Bird might kill from this range. Not without dealing a significant amount of recoil to the Talonflame, but it would be worth it to get rid of this Ferrothorn, because all we have left is Golurk after that. And that's just, this is not looking good for us. Out comes the Talonflame. Flare Blitz is coming our way. I can't switch in Golurk on that. That would basically forfeit the match. I have to let Ferrothorn go down, let this Talonflame take all of that recoil from the Rocky Helmet and the Iron Barbs, and then bring in the Golurk afterwards and try to do something. Try to make something happen. If he's banded, I'm going to have to take another Flare Blitz with the Golurk. If he's not banded, or if he's Life Orb, or whatever he may be, lefties even, I'm still going to have to take a hit. Still gonna have to take a hit regardless before I can take this thing out and see what his other Pokemon is. There's the Flare Blitz. That is definitely going to take this Ferrothorn down, and now he's going to be hit with all kinds of recoil. There's the Iron Barbs and the Rocky Helmet. Ferrothorn goes down. We're also going to see the recoil from Flare Blitz, the actual move of Flare Blitz. And that leaves him with about like 60% of his HP remaining. We can go into Golurk. We should be able to take one hit from this thing. But the thing is, the problem isn't the Talonflame, the problem is whatever's coming after the Talonflame, because we're not going to be at full health. We're probably going to get outsped and killed off. And we have the Assault Vest, but his only special attacker on this team was the Blastoise, and we took it out already, so that's not coming out. There's the Brave Bird. So, did he show lefties or Life Orb? No, he didn't show either, because he has a Citrus Berry, which he's going to eat right now. It doesn't matter, he's going down to a Rock Tomb right here. Definitely going down, 4 times super effective, and Talonflame is not the bulkiest thing in the world. Speaking of bulky, Talonflame, that is something that I want to try. I've been saying that for a long time, but I'm breeding finally. I've been breeding the last couple of days, and I've got one that I just need to train up, so I'm going to be getting around to that. So you're actually going to see me use a Talonflame. I haven't used one in probably 4 or 5 months, to be perfectly honest with you guys. So let's see what this last Pokemon is. I'm curious if we have any chance whatsoever. I mean, I packed the Drain Punch. Maybe I have a shot. I really don't think so. So I think it's going to be a hard-fought battle, but I think it's going to be a loss. Yeah, out comes the Garchomp. It doesn't really matter what this thing is holding. It's probably going to be the Scarf Chomp, though. So I'm expecting an outrage, I guess. And that should just one-shot us. We're pretty much at the... right at the 50% mark. Actually, just a tad under. But there's no way we're taking an outrage from a Garchomp. Regardless of whether it's banned or Scarf, doesn't matter, he outspeeds either way. And down goes the Golurk. So that is a loss for us. It's going to bring our record to 98 and 64, a 34 game differential. So we are not going to be reaching the 100 mark in this episode, which is unfortunate, but there's nothing that we can do about it. I had a feeling bringing a team like this, mostly lower tiered stuff. Well, I guess not really. I guess it's not really lower tiered stuff, but I just have a lot of frail things. I guess that's what it comes down to. A lot of my things just die in one hit to things, because Hawlucha is BL, and so is Crawdaunt, and Ferrothorn is very OU, and then I've got 3 NU Pokemon, so I guess it balances it out. I don't know. I don't really know, but we're going to try for a victory here. You know what? I'm going to throw it out there right now. We are getting a victory. It may have to be a hard-fought one. I don't know, but I'm not going home today without a victory, even though I'm already home. So that was a weird way to word it, but you know what I'm talking about. You had that feeling in your gut. You know, you have confidence in your Pokemon. I have confidence in my Pokemon and my ability to make something happen. We're gonna do it here. We failed first time around. We're gonna bounce back. I can feel it. So we're up against quite the powerhouse team here. Goodra, Tyranitar, Aegislash, Gyarados, Heracross, most likely Mega Heracross, and actually that Gyarados could be Mega too. It could be another situational thing where he'll bring either one or the other, depending on what he sees that he, or what he feels would be most beneficial in the battle. And then we also have the Rotom Heat rounding things off. So I see 2 definite special attackers that Aegislash could be mixed or just all special. It could be just all physical. Aegislash can do a lot of things. If I had to guess, I would say that it's weakness policy, but there's no way to tell. I mean, it could be lefties too. I've seen that quite a bit. What do I want to bring to this battle? Magmortar takes on the Aegislash and the Heracross fairly nicely, although if I'm wrong about it being Mega and it turns out to be Scarf, it definitely... well, does it defeat us? I don't know. I'm not... Yeah, it does, because I'm not running a positive speed nature. I'm running Modest, so that probably is not going to allow me to outspeed a Jolly Heracross that's Scarfed. I'm guessing. So we're going to bring Crawdaunt, we're going to bring Golurk, and I think I want to bring the Ferrothorn because it walls that Gyarados like you cannot believe. If it has the EQ, that would be the only thing it really has that can touch Ferrothorn at all, and even that's not going to do a whole lot of damage. So that Gyarados could be a huge problem. He may see that it takes out quite a bit of the rest of my team with the exception of maybe Electro, so he may bring that. What is he going to lead off with? It's going to be the Tyranitar. If I had to guess, I would say that this is not Mega Tyranitar. This might be his specially defensive wall, or it could be an offensive set. I guess we're just going to have to find out. Part of me wants to just go straight for a superpower here. This is a tough decision because he may switch, predicting that. Especially if he's a defensive set, I'm going to outspeed because I have speed investment and then he wouldn't. This is tough because I don't want to get hit with anything. I don't want to break my Focus Sash. The Sandstorm, ugh. There's so many things going on right now. If I set up a Dragon Dance as he switches, I lose my Focus Sash though. But we're just going to go for the superpower. We're going to sacrifice our Sash. No, he's going to switch. Why did I sacrifice the Sash? Why did I do that? That was a dumb play. It's a dumb play. We're going to get intimidated. This thing might have Rocky Helmet too. Not that it matters because, like I said, our Sash is broken due to that Sandstorm. That was a bad play. Or a misprediction or an overprediction or whatever you want to call it. Regardless, it was not the right thing to do. Should not... Alright. We're not going to dwell on that. We're going to make something happen. Remember, I said, we're going to make something happen here. We're not going to let a bad play or two get us down. We can still do some things. We can make some things happen here. I have faith in my Pokemon. Let's see, but we cannot leave Crawdaunt out on this Gyarados. That's not going to work because we're intimidated and we're at -2 attack because we actually went for a superpower. So we're going to switch in Ferrothorn because, like I said earlier, it does wall this Gyarados pretty nicely. There's the EQ predicting, I guess, the Ferrothorn, or maybe predicting the Electrode. Huh, I don't know. I mean, it's not like he's seen everything that I have on my team. He's seen 2 of my Pokemon now, but I've seen 2 of his Pokemon, so I guess we're even. So I'm guessing I want to go for a Leech Seed here and try to start getting some HP back. Gyro Ball doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it's a resisted hit. So, and I'm not sure what kind of set this thing's running. He has the EQ, so I'm guessing he's offensive. But he's not going to go for the Dragon Dance, he's not going to Mega Evolve, he's going to go into his 3rd Pokemon, which is going to be the Rotom Heat. So he's got Tyranitar, Gyarados, Rotom Heat. The Rotom is going to get hurt by the Sandstorm, and he's going to take Leech Seed damage. So we're going to get a little bit of HP back, which is great. But I don't think we can stay in here on an Overheat, because that is most likely what's coming our way. Unless, he could predict us to go into the Crawdaunt to take the incoming Overheat. That's what I think he's going to do. So, you know what? We can go into the Golurk, because if he's predicting that Crawdaunt to come in, he's going to go for a Volt Switch or some type of electric type move. So we're going into the Golurk predicting that. If he goes for the Overheat, we still have the Assault Vest to take that fairly well, but I'm really feeling the electric type move right now. Either T-Bolt or Volt Switch, I'm not sure which, but that's what I'm feeling. That is what I'm feeling. If he's a choiced Rotom, I'm guessing it's going to be Volt Switch. But we'll see. There comes the Golurk. Yes, alright. Volt Switch. He's going to get hurt by the Sandstorm. And we didn't see lefties, right? So I'm guessing he's going to be choiced. So that would mean that he's going to switch here. Alright. So we're not in a terrible position right now. He has the T-Tar and the Gyarados. I don't know that the Tyranitar would come in here. I kind of want to go for a Rock Tomb in case the Gyarados comes in. So that's what we're going for. I want to say that Gyarados is coming in. He's going to switch out. Hard switch, obviously. And it's going to be the Gyarados. So we're going to get intimidated. So this is going to do nearly as much, but we're going to lower its speed and get a super effective hit off and weaken this thing a little bit. And that does okay damage. I mean, it's only a, what is it, base 60, 60 base power move to begin with, and we're intimidated. It's not stab. That still does a decent amount against a Gyarados. That's, yeah, Gyarados is crazy bulky too. It can just take hits all day. Thankfully, it doesn't really have any recovery. So that is a thing. We can't stay in here though. We have to go back out into Ferrothorn. He can very easily predict that. Go for the EQ again to get some more damage off. But there's not much I can do about it because he can just waterfall me. Actually, that would be the best case scenario if he predicts me to stay in here, or predicts me to over predict and stays in here, goes to the waterfall to try to get rid of this Golurk. That would be fantastic. That'd be absolutely fantastic because he's going to take Rocky Helmet and Iron Barb's damage, and he's not going to be in a good position. That will almost take this Gyarados out. I don't think it'll take him out completely. I think he'll be left with maybe 10% of his HP remaining. So that, I mean, that's still something though. A weakened Gyarados is better than a full health Gyarados. He's actually going to pull a double switch here, not go for the waterfall. He predicted me to go into, I don't know what he predicted me to go into there, but he goes into the T-Tar. So I'm guessing he wanted this Ferrothorn to come out. I'm guessing. But the Sandstorm is up, and we could Gyro Ball. I don't think that's going to be a one-shot, especially if this ends up being a specially defensive set. We haven't really seen what this thing wants to do yet. So actually, I think my best play with that Gyarados weakened, and the Rotom is also weak to the rocks, as well as the Gyarados. So I think setting up the Stealth Rocks here is our best play. He's going to go for the Stone Edge. That's going to be not very effective. Wow, that does a lot of damage. I have a really strong feeling that that is Choice Banded Tyranitar right there. Choice Banded Tyranitar. That did way too much damage to a Ferrothorn for it to be anything else. So we have the rocks up, which is great because Gyarados is not going to like that coming in, and the Rotom Heat is not going to like that coming in either. So that's fantastic. There's no way to get rid of those rocks either, so that's going to be a pain in his side, literally and figuratively, I suppose. There's the Leech Seed, and even with the Leech Seed recovery, I don't think we can live another Stone Edge. It doesn't look like we can. 60 HP, that's going to be close, but I think the Stone Edge was doing just a little bit more than that. I believe. I'm not positive. Should have paid more attention. But at this point, with the Gyarados and the Rotom Heat remaining, I don't know that Ferrothorn has that much use, to be perfectly honest. The Gyarados is going to be weakened enough to where Crawdaunt can Aqua Jet it and kill it. So that's fantastic. As long as we're not intimidated, we have to work around that. Because going for a priority move that's resisted and while you're intimidated against a Gyarados, probably not the best idea, even if it's at a really low HP range. So we need to think of what to do here. I'm kind of thinking that sacking Ferrothorn might be the best option, but I'm going to predict a Stone Edge and go into the Golurk. He's actually going to switch. Okay, what are you going into? You're going to go into the Gyarados, so he's going to take rocks damage, he's going to intimidate this Ferrothorn, and we're going to get a free switch into the Golurk, which is fantastic because we won't have to take any damage. I was hesitant to switch that Golurk in there because if he wasn't choiced into that Stone Edge, and I was wrong that he's not a choice band or a choice scarf Tyranitar, and he went for the Crunch, that may have just killed us in one hit or come really close, and that would have been bad news bears. So at this point, now that he has this Gyarados in here, I'm going to predict him to go for a Waterfall, and I'm going to go right back into Ferrothorn. So a double switch seems kind of silly, but I really think that the Waterfall is coming. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. No, the Aqua Tail, same difference. It's going to make physical contact. That really doesn't do that much damage at all. And he's going to go down to the Iron Barbs. And Rocky Helmet doesn't even need to get involved in this situation. Gyarados just goes down anyway. So that is a huge problem out of the way. And no more intimidating, so that's great because I have all three physical attackers. Somehow we still haven't lost a Pokemon. I don't know how that's happened. But we're not in a bad position here at all. We're not. Even after that misplay on the first turn, we clawed our way back into this. So Tyranitar is coming back out. He's going to set up the Sandstorm again. We're not going to get damaged by that because we're Ferrothorn, so that's pretty cool. And I think at this point, Gyro Ball is our best play to try to get some damage off. I think he's just going to kill us off with anything. It doesn't matter. EQ, Crunch, we'll see what he wants to lock himself into. Because I'm still very much so under the impression that this Tyranitar is either Choice Band or Choice Scarf. Judging by the damage to Ferrothorn earlier, I want to say Choice Band. That's what I'm leaning towards. He goes for the EQ to take out the Ferrothorn, and I think the reason he did that was because that's the only move that he has that does neutral damage to all three of my Pokemon. Stone Edge would be resisted by Ferrothorn and Golurk, and then the Crunch would be resisted by the Crawdaunt, so that is a thing. But because he went for the EQ, we should be able to take that okay with Golurk. It's a non-stab move, and we're at full health. We have the Drain Punch, and I think that'll actually kill the Rotom Heat if he wants to switch that in too, because it's going to have to take rock damage too. No reason to go for EQ. As tempting as it is to just make sure we kill this Tyranitar in one hit, I think Drain Punch will do it because it'll get boosted by Iron Fist. It's 4 times super effective. So he's in a really tough position right now. He's in a really, really tough position. And we'll see what he wants to do. We'll also see if he's Scarfed here too. Well, I guess no, we won't. He's not Scarfed. He's not Scarfed. He's Banded. He's Banded. I've made up my mind. Think we've seen earlier like a bunch of times that he's not Scarfed, and I just didn't make the connection. Just didn't make the connection. I got too much going on. The pressure is on because at the beginning of this battle I said I'm gonna win this. Basically is what I said. I basically bet you guys that I'm gonna win this battle. So you know what? I feel like the pressure is on to win this. There's the Drain Punch. He stays in with the T-Tar. We outspeed. Golurk is actually outspeeding things. That's crazy because Golurk is slow as balls. But T-Tar is out of the way, and that is pretty much going to seal the victory for us because Rotom Heat has to take rocks damage coming in, and it's weak to Aqua Jet. So he's going to have to take at least another turn of Sandstorm if he survives somehow. He's going to go first and go for the Hidden Power Grass or Ice. I'm not sure which, but it's super effective. We're going to get a Rock Tomb off, and that is going to be a dead Rotom Heat and a victory for us. So that's going to bring our record to 99 and 64. That was an incredible match. That was so close. Lots of maneuvering, lots of predicting on both sides. My opponent definitely was a very skilled player. Whew, man. The pressure is off now. I feel like a monkey just jumped off my back. That was exciting, though. That was exciting. I'm really happy we didn't get a double loss today because I was a little bit afraid of that. But to be perfectly honest, let's be real here. It's been a while since we've had a double loss. So, I mean, if we really had that, even if we had it a couple episodes in a row, I really wouldn't be that upset about it because you have to lose sometimes. You can't just win all the time. I can't go into episodes expecting to win every single match. This is not realistic. But I'm very happy with the way that we won this match. That was really a lot of fun. It really was. So with that being said, that's going to be it for this time. Next time, we're going to try, as long as we don't get the double loss, we're going to try our best to get to that 100 victory mark, and I'm excited about that. That's a serious milestone. I feel like we're doing really good. We have a chance to build on a 35 game differential. That's crazy. I feel like that's just a really good record. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tooting my own horn a little bit too much here. But regardless of that, I want to thank you all for sticking with me through this episode. Thank you all for watching. As always, thank you for leaving your comments below this video. Thank you for leaving a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All of your feedback, I really do appreciate all of it, and it does mean a lot to me. So with that being said, I will see you all for the next episode. But until then, game on.